Hey guys, Maven here, and I have been caught in a lie. Or have I? Since we started this channel, I have been called out for being dishonest or outright lying, such as from Mr. Randall Balls, who states, "Hey guys, random commenter here, just reminding you that Maven said he would donate all the proceeds from this channel to charity, and he hasn't done it. Make no mistakes, Mr. Balls, I love that this channel has been able to have a charitable aspect to it. Whenever we do a live, we always pick a charity, and whenever we did the test video, we were able to give money to Cauliflower Alley. We've donated to Wounded Warrior. We've donated to many charities in the past. And I love that about this channel. But I gotta be honest, I can't recall saying I would donate all proceeds from this channel. Unfortunately, what we do costs us money. I mean, every time my partner and I meet, we're thousands of dollars in the hole. And once he leaves, the money doesn't end there. I mean, we have to pay someone to edit this content that we make. I don't remember saying I would give all my money to charity. To be honest with you, I would not be able to keep this channel for very long if I did that. And on our live streams, the money that we take in from super chats or donations, that actually comes from you, the viewers. And it only made sense to split that money that we bring in with the amazing charities we've been able to work with in the past. And furthermore, for transparency, we always have and always will continue to post our receipts once we donate that money to charity. Not showing what we give, but showing what you guys give. It's one way for us to show our appreciation to everyone who's had a hand in this channel's success. Thank you. My next lie comes courtesy of the Joe Cronin Show in a video he titled, "Maven and Just Incredible Lie." Let's see what he has to say.
And you know what pisses me off about Maven here is sucking his dick. And Maven, I'm going to call out Maven. You know what? I am going to call out Maven. I'm going to do this. Maven's channel has been phenomenal. I have absolutely loved it over the last few years. I love Maven and what he's done. I now subscribe to Maven, and I appreciate all his videos, his insights.
I feel a butt coming here.
But I'm going to call him a coward here a little bit because this is his friend. And he's letting PJ here run over Grimm's Toy Show.
Michael S. said he's done this before to GTS Wrestling. Took the man's money and never showed. Then blocked Grimm.
What is GTS Wrestling?
Oh, that's some backyard wrestling shit. And this cocksucker is a mark, and I worked for his backyard federation for free. And then when I wouldn't do something or other, he got mad at me.
Then he got mad.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that Maven has never heard of Grimm, by the way. That's bizarre, but...
I haven't. Before this, I'd never heard of Grimm. His channel, shows, I just never have. I got as far removed from wrestling for a time in my life as I could. Remember, just because I'm not in your world doesn't mean I'm necessarily wrong. And that's in no way, shape, or form anything negative towards Grimm or what Grimm does or is trying to do.
This guy, your buddy here, was paid money, more money from Grimm's fat divorced ass than most other wrestling companies would pay him. And it was a bit of a outlaw backyard mud show TV. It's a YouTube series. And you just let it get buried here because you don't understand it.
No, I let it get buried because I just didn't know it. It's that simple. I'm not going to stand up for something that I don't know. I'm not going to back something that I'm just not 100% sure exactly what it is that they do. And just to be perfectly clear, in no way am I condoning or excusing Justin for scamming Grimm. He alone is 100% in the wrong.
Always get everything in writing, guys. If you're going to work with a promoter, anybody out there, you're going to work with anybody, send an email. Hey, just wanted to make sure.
I'm going to give him credit. He's 100% accurate here. And something I wish I instituted years ago when I started doing, whether it be signings or anything. But the real reason it saddens me is because I recognize just how fleeting second chances truly are.
You know what bothers me is that you didn't say this to his face. So I understand. He wants to be nice, get his point of view, then go do some investigating, and then come up with his own conclusion. It sounds like he really didn't know, but I find that like hard to believe. This type of video has been done for 15 years on Just Incredible.
I went into my interview with Justin with blinders on. I went into that interview as Justin's friend. I wanted to give Justin a second chance. Hell, I still do. I wanted Justin to see that there's hope out here. There's an avenue, there's a platform for storytelling, for telling your story. I probably did upset some people that know the real Justin, that have been swindled or taken for a ride by the real Just Incredible. And my apologies to Joe and whoever saw our video with PJ and wished I would have went a little bit harder at him. In hindsight, it was probably necessary. Our next comment comes from Maven's Girl 77. Maven, you said egg whites, but I see a lot of yellow. Why are you lying to us? In our How Much Does a WWE Wrestler Eat video, I said this. Egg whites is something that I literally ate. Egg whites, egg whites, egg whites. When we went out to get food for that video, I accidentally bought egg yolks. No excuses. But the reason for that is I avoid grocery stores as much as possible. And I do that because of this video sponsor, Factor. Factor has been a lifesaver for me because their meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes. What I like is that Factor's meals are designed to be balanced, with options that support different health goals. Whether you're looking for high protein meals, calorie smart portions, or even GLP-1 friendly choices. They've also cut out all the stuff you do not want, like refined sugars and seed oils. So you're actually fueling your body with real food that fits your routine. Plus, Factor has grown its menu, offering over 80 chef-crafted meals that change weekly. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code MAVENFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for an entire year. That's code MAVENFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Next, we got another video coming courtesy from Stephen Mackey, and he titled it, Did Maven Lie About Steroids on Piers Morgan? Now, I did Piers Morgan's show a few months back, and the subject was Vince McMahon. And obviously, steroids came up during this discussion, but I don't quite remember what I said. Let's find out.
He was saying on Piers Morgan Uncensored, and then when I went to watch the video that on his channel, that there were some things that were, there were some differences there in his story.
So what Eagle-Eye Mackey would fish out was a few inconsistencies between the steroid video I put out on our channel early on and the video I did when I was on Piers Morgan Live. On our steroid video, I talked about this WWE top official who hinted around about talking to the boys about that special creatine, steroids, that guys were on. I asked around, said, am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? They informed me, yes, you are. So at that point, I wanted to do the safest thing possible, but get the result they were looking for. Later, when I was on Piers Morgan arguing with Phil Mushnick, a man I have never and still have yet to meet, I would not say that.
I have openly on my channel admitted steroid use during my time in the WWE, and no one from the WWE made me do it. I did it all on my own.
Why did you take them? If you didn't need the steroids, if you didn't need the steroids, why did you?
Vanity.
Why did you take the steroids?
Vanity.
If it wasn't a requisite.
Vanity.
I'll give Mr. Mackey credit here. He is right. I did leave it out. I said my excuse on Piers Morgan for my own steroid use was vanity. And although that is true, I did like the way I looked when I was roided out of my mind. The fact of the matter is the reason I got on them for the first time ever was because of the job I had in the WWE and because I felt like I was getting marching orders from the office. I still maintain I don't blame the WWE one bit for a decision I fully made. They presented me with an option that, truth be told, deep down, I wanted to hear. I wanted the excuse to get on. And Mr. Mackey, he called me out on it. Next, we have one from Little Frog 99. This man said 20 years and proceeds to do a French inhale. Laughed my ass off. Maven, you aren't fooling anyone. He's referring to the video I did with Rob Van Dam at Rob's house with Rob and his wife. And during the video, Rob is doing what Rob is known for. He's smoking. And like I stated in the video, when in Rome, do as Romans do. But that's not where he's saying I'm lying. He's saying my lie is that I have not smoked weed in 20 years.
You want in on it, dude?
You know what? It's been over 20 years since I took a hit, but you know what? I'm in your home.
Well, yeah, let's see how you do with some RVD weed.
That's smooth.
Yeah. I've never been someone to push it on people. It's weird when people do that. Come on, hit. That's how I started.
Now, I fully stand behind my statement. It's actually been over 20 years since the last time I smoked marijuana, but the reason I was able to French inhale so good is, truth be told, and I'm not proud of this, not proud of it at all, definitely not something I hope anyone out there does. And if there was one habit, one thing I could go back and undo, I would undo this. For a while, I was an occasional cigarette smoker, not proud of it, but it does happen to be the truth and the reason I was able to do a perfect French inhale. Our next mistruth comes from the very first video we ever did on this channel, and it comes to us courtesy of Zachary Attackery. He said in other interviews that Triple H absolutely didn't like him and lobbied to get rid of him. What Mr. Attackery is referring to is what I said about Hunter in that original video. I like Hunter. I don't know if Hunter likes me. I never knew, but you know what? I will always wish him well. But in other interviews, I would say this.
And he was like, there was just one guy holding you back. And I was like, sit on it. You know who it is, don't? And then I was like, fuck, I can't sit on it. I was like, Sarge, who was it? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, was it Hunter? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, that motherfucker. Like, and for what? Like, what was, I'll never understand it, because what did I like threaten him?
Well, Mr. Attackery, you got me. I don't know what to say. You know what I do. It was our very first video. I was still holding out hope. Remember, when we filmed that very first video, it was 2023. We were coming off the heels of COVID, and I was a few short years removed from my trip down to the Performance Center, where I was holding out hope that there still might be an announcer's job if I played along, if I said all the right things. Well, Mr. Attackery, we're 2 years into this channel and 5 years removed from my interview at the WWE Performance Center. It's obvious to me that there's just no job coming, and that's perfectly fine. I completely understand the WWE has the right and the ability to hire whoever they want and whoever they think can do the best job. If I'm not that person, no problem. Now, I will say, every time I've seen Hunter ever since I left the WWE, it's always been nice and cordial. But it does still lie in the back of my head how every time my name came up, he was quick to bedding those expectations back down. I can't lie, you got me. I probably wasn't being as transparent in that very first video, but I think you have to understand why. All right, this next accusation comes from Ryan Elliott, 9561. Sneaking in, gave his name to security, checked the list, you're good. His name was on the list. I'll give you this much, Ryan Elliott. we did have someone that we were working with on the inside, and I can't reveal who that source was. However, our name truly was not on that list, and here's where I think we had the "you're good, go ahead." I've previously worked security for years. In fact, one time I was working an event where I held up some VIPs that were not on a list, and I got chewed out for it. And I was told, if they look like they're coming to the party, just let them in. And that always stayed in the back of my mind, that sometimes if you look like you belong, the right people won't question if you do belong. The fact of the matter was, on this night, the night that we were at AEW, I wasn't on a list, but I did have someone coming to meet me in the parking garage. So I'm not stating that you're 100% wrong here. I'm just saying that it was a little bit more of a complex situation. And my inside source told me the exact same thing. From Joe Greer, 8760. Maven, at the beginning of the video, you said you would tell us what the favor was at the end of the video, but then you said click the link to find out. Man, that's complete ass. You should have told us. You did lie, technically. Joe, you're 100% right. I did lie. And to find out what that lie was, click the link on screen. Joe's gonna be like, no, he did it again.